All right, I have to admit, I'm in pain this time. Oh. Time for our 5th training session. Just so everyone knows, it's 8:20 in the morning and it's really hot already. 5th training session. Of course, I've had a few questions from a lot of people asking the question of what the training session is. So just to be clear, I haven't done an ocean race before. Before this training, I'd never swum longer than 200 meters at once. Brianna, of course, has actually done the roto swim before, so she's done it before, but to be clear, I'm literally the definition of a novice, never swum any distance whatsoever. So just so you know what the program is. So today, very simple, we're going to be trying to get to 2K for the first time ever for me. The longest I've swum, which is on our 4th training session, was 1,500 meters. So today, of course, we're doing an actual, and tell me if I'm wrong, Coach Brianna, we're doing 400 warm up, we're doing another 400 of either kicking or pulling only. We're then doing 5 200s, which is for me is going to be a swap between freestyle and breaststroke, but for you it's going to be between all different strokes. Then 200 meter cool down.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's what we got to try and do. There's no time to get it done, we just have to get the distance done. And one thing I'm also going to do today, and I'll tell you at the end of this video, is I'm going to see how long I can actually swim non-stop now that this is my 5th training. Just to be clear with my swimming, I could swim 50 meters and then I had to stop. And that was 5 trainings ago. So I'm interested to see how far I can now swim, not focusing on speed, just focusing on going forward. Anyway, hopefully today I'll be able to set another record. We'll let you know how it goes after the swim. Training session done, rewarded myself with a coffee. Brianna rewarded herself with a hot chocolate, as she always has since she was little, because we achieved 2K today. Woo! But I have to admit, I'm dead this time. After swimming 2Ks, I have to admit, I still don't understand how people can enjoy this.
Really?
I like the after, I do. I feel good, I feel like I've exercised, my muscles feel sore but good. But it's not fun, like seriously, it's not fun.
Don't you enjoy it with me?
I enjoy it, no. I enjoy spending time with you, yes. The swimming part, no. It feels really weird swimming in a cold pool, getting hot, and sweating from a cold pool. Anyway, air conditioning. But just so you know what Brianna's getting us to focus on is... Brianna's getting us just to focus on varying it. So we do go between sprints, we go between kicking, different swim styles. We always start with a 400 meter warm up and then change it as we go. Because primarily what we're trying to do is we're trying to get my fitness up, and of course Brianna's fitness up, but mine has obviously a much longer way to go.
Oh no.
Up to a point where we can swim for 10 minutes straight. Because in the ocean, it looks like by calculations, it's a 20 kilometer swim. So therefore, if you swim 10 minutes each and you swim 500 meters in that, you'll have 10 swims over about 5 or 6 hours to do the ocean swim. That is if there's no currents and everything else, obviously. Yeah. Because the biggest thing I'm trying not to do is blow out my shoulders. So we're doing 2 swims a week until we get into about mid-February. Then we're going up to 3 swims a week after that, leading up to the Port to Pub, which is happening in March. Because once again, just want to get my fitness up. I don't want to blow something out, but of course, obviously we need to continually drive ourselves. But as I was saying before, and Brianna and I having this conversation just then as we were waiting for the person behind us to get out of the car park, is that I still don't enjoy swimming. Brianna does. Brianna does enjoy it, which is awesome.
It's just a good feeling, like going down there, smashing out 2K. So like it feels like I've done something now. Like
I agree.
But it is hard.
I agree totally with the after. Totally with the swimming with the after. You know, I've always felt that way. You know, after like when I went to base camp with Caleb, or the 42K trek that you're doing with me anyway. But when we did 2 years ago for all this pandemic stuff, I felt awesome after it. Apart from the hypothermia. But anyway, apart from the hypothermia. Anyway, I felt awesome after it. But during it, the last 10Ks, it was horrible. Yeah. But I enjoyed the first 20Ks.
No, see, when I start swimming, because like, so first lap, you know, obviously you get in, you're like, okay, this is fine. You swim like so fast. You're like, I'm not even tired. Next lap, your like shoulders and arms start to hurt so much. And I'm like, how am I going to do this for another 2Ks? But
Exactly.
Then do you kind of get into a routine?
That's what I'm trying to get into, because what I did, because I also want to try and do a half marathon, and people talk about the euphoria where you get into a groove of running and it's just running. Okay. I've only had that happen once, and that was for 10Ks.
I'm not saying that it still doesn't hurt, but like that, like, oh my God, my shoulders, like literally doing the second lap kind of like numbs out, and it is like it's not.
Well, you get into the groove. I'm still trying to find my speed and my groove to get into that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still, for the first 400 meters, I'm struggling to make sure I can breathe, not drink water. Is my kicking going well? Usually by around about 600 meters, I found some type of freestyle speed I can sit with, but it's my cramping in my calves and, of course, naturally my feet that is the biggest issue for me to keep going. But anyway, going forward, doing it all. If you do want to keep up to date with how we're doing, how we're going to get to the port the pub and follow what we do and learn of what works, what doesn't work to this total novice swimmer, please do subscribe to the channel, as well as there's going to be a whole playlist on all of this. If you have any questions whatsoever for Brianna or for me, please leave in the comment section. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, what should they do, Brianna?
Click the subscribe button now.
And the little bell to get notifications of all our videos going live when they go live on YouTube. And as always, we'll see you very soon in the next adventure. All right, I have to admit, I'm in pain this time. Old man pain.